Hi and welcome. I am the Norwegian train driver, and today we are going to travel from a timber terminal in Hønefoss through the capital of Norway, Oslo, and we are going to end up in Kongsvinger, close to the Swedish border. And I plotted a route for you in Google Earth so you can see. I thought I should show you the whole route. We are stopping in Kongsvinger here, and then a Swedish driver is going to take over and is going to drive it further across the border into Sweden to the big cardboard factories that lies here. And I brought my drone today, so I'm going to give you an aerial view first. You see there's two locomotives here and the wagons behind it. And now we're going to detach the one locomotive because there's going to be one in each end. So now let's reposition the first locomotive, and we are going to drive that one first, and my colleague is going to be in the aft one, and we need one to pull, and the ones behind us are going to push, because if we just drive both first, there's going to be way too much strain on the couplings when we are going uphill. So we drive up here through the switch, and we are going to return on the track to the left of us here. And we have to operate the switches ourselves here. So my colleague is gonna get out of the locomotive and handle the switch himself, and then he's gonna drive past it, and then he have to get out again when he has passed it and switch it again, so the other locomotives with the wagons can move up the same path. So the other locomotives with all the wagons must drive way further and cross the road barrier there where the cars are crossing. And we have 21 wagons plus the locomotive, so that's 420 meters. Each wagon is 20 meters. So let's do a flyover so you can see the terminal and the direction towards Hønefoss. The way we are driving are this way. Alright, everything is in order now, so let's head down to the station. We need to deliver the key to the switches that's kept by the station master. So there's only one key, so no other train can be up here while we are here. If you saw my first video, you will recognize this sign. It's the honk sign. We are approaching a light signal now on our right hand side. This is very common, almost every station got one or several of them. It's called a dwarf signal, and in this case it's in 45 degrees and it means cautious driving allowed. If it's vertical, it's driving allowed, and if it's horizontal, it means stop. And the reason we have to drive with caution here is the next dwarf signal just around this turn is in stop, because there's a freight train coming from another track on our right side. And I'll show you on an aerial photo in a bit how this station is built up. Alright, here is an aerial view of Hønefoss, and you see there is the timber terminal. We left, and our position now is here, and the freight train we have to stop for came from this side, from Bergen in the western part of Norway. There's also a track with a railroad bridge going this way, which I will be covering in another video. We are leaving in this direction. So the freight train has passed, and the dwarf signal changed to cautious driving allowed, so we can continue up to the station. And here comes the station master to pick up the key. She's also gonna tell me that I have to wait a bit until I'm allowed to leave. She comes out with a sign when we are ready to leave. And there's a dude on our left side here walking way too close, so I have to use the horn to warn him off. And this poor girl, yeah, you'll see. It was just to warn him so we can take a step back. So there is a speed sign coming up on our right side here. So you see the speed limit is 120 kilometers per hour, but not for us due to our heavy load. It's our top speed is 90 kilometers per hour. If we had no cargo, it would have been 100. I'll put on some music so you can just relax and enjoy the Norwegian countryside. Alright, that's it for part 1. See you in part 2.